Your name, your address, and your phone number are floating around the internet. Easy for strangers, scammers, and companies you've never heard of to find. Data brokers and shady databases collect and sell your private details to anyone willing to pay, putting you at risk of nonstop spam, scams, and fraud. You can't stop them from collecting data, but you can control who gets to keep it. That's why I use Incogni. They remove your private information from more than 420 of these sites automatically. And with their unlimited plan, you get total coverage. If you spot your personal details anywhere else online, just send them the link, and their privacy experts will get it taken down. It's the easiest, most complete way to protect yourself and personal life. Right now, you can lock in 60% off with my exclusive deal at privacykim.com. Go to privacykim.com right now and start protecting your privacy. This is so important. Privacykim.com. That's privacykim.com.
You're listening to The Kim Komando Show. Here's hour one.
Poor guy. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine if this happened to you? A guy by the name of Sylvester Franklin in Savannah, Georgia. He just wanted some tools. So he went over to Alibaba. Well, actually went to AliExpress. That's a company of Alibaba. And he found a drill. It was so good. And it was just $80. He's like, wow, this is going to be amazing. He placed the order. But when the drill arrived a few weeks later, well, it was a drill, but it wasn't a real drill. Well, I guess it was. I mean, he got a printed photo of the drill that he ordered. He didn't get the drill. He just got a photograph of it. All right. So you have to be careful where you shop online, folks. Yeah. You know the drill. Ooh, that was bad. And on that happy note, welcome. I'm Kim Komando, America's beloved digital goddess, here once again to make sure that you are always tech ahead and never left tech behind in the digital dust. And you have just tapped into the biggest show, the best show, the most trusted show about all things digital. And let me tell you, you can find my award-winning program on over 420 top radio stations throughout the United States. And of course, we're streaming in your favorite radio app. And you can also find the Kim Komando Show as a podcast. Wherever you get your podcasts, just search for Komando with a K. And a big hello and salute goes out to all of our listeners on the American Forces Network Radio. Love you guys and gals. Reaching over 375,000 U.S. service members in 175 different countries. Isn't that something? And I'm sure you have at least a few questions about something digital I can lend a hand to. So that's why I'm sitting here and the phone lines are open at 1-888-825-5254 is the way to tap into us. And let me tell you, if you're just too dang shy to come on a big time show and podcast, I get that. Just head over to komando.com with a K, of course. That's the official homepage. And up at the top of the page, there's a link that says Ask Kim. I read every single note that you send me there. All right. And then every single day, I just tap into 35, 40, maybe even more different sources to make sure that I know exactly what is happening in the tech world. I mean, I can't talk about politics. I can't talk about finance, but I do know everything that's happening in the tech verse. And here are the top 5 things you need to know that is happening right now. And it seems like, every time that we start a new year, about a month into it, we have tech bloggers, and they always want to publish one particular story. I'm talking about flying cars. Yeah, well, this year it seems to be flying cars and flying motorcycles. I know. It's like, okay, this is just not happening, and I don't know why we still need to talk about it all the time. I mean, you could ask any licensed pilot, whether they fly for the major airlines or the smallest ultralights, getting a new regulation, especially a new class of a pilot's license through the FAA, it takes forever. And make no mistake, okay, a flying car, or this year it's a flying motorcycle, it's going to require some new type of a pilot's license along with new regulations. I mean, the tech may be coming, but the regulations, as I mentioned, the laws are just years away. I'd say a joke, but you know what? I just don't think it would fly. Oh, okay. Moving on to number 2, a deepfake scam is all over social media. It's costing people millions of dollars. Yes, I said millions of dollars. It's called No Manny, short for no money. And it uses AI videos, deepfake ads, phishing emails. You know the drill. You see a video of Elon Musk or another big name promoting a crypto investment on platforms like YouTube or Instagram. And it kind of sounds like this.
Today we are launching an investment project that is working right now. If you see this video, absolutely everyone can earn it. Everything is very simple.
Okay, that is not Elon Musk. And the accounts look legit, tons of followers, slick visuals, promising big returns with no risk. And then an investment manager. Ooh, yes, lucky you. says that I'm going to here to help you set up your crypto account, but instead of investing money, they just steal it. So again, no money is leaving you with no money. Moving on to number 3, 400,000. Okay, that's huge. That's the number of products that the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission has found for sale on Amazon that could injure or even kill you. You know, so many products have been recalled by the manufacturer, and even though by federal law, Amazon is required to, it still hasn't notified all buyers. But things are changing. If you purchased a recalled or defective item from Amazon or a third party, you're going to be notified by email. And then this is brand new. They're putting the recall details on your orders page, or they have a special recalls page. And so here are the most commonly dangerous products that are still being sold. These cheap carbon monoxide detectors that just don't work. Poorly manufactured hair dryers that don't have basic safety features that will prevent electrocution. Yeah, bad stuff. Children's PJs that don't meet federal flammability standards. So in case you're wondering if you bought any of this stuff that got recalled, just head over to your Amazon account and hit that recalls page. All right, moving on to number 4. I've always been irritated by social media influencers. And they don't have a lot of money, but they like to get out there and show their Lamborghinis, their Rolls Royces, and their jets that are 30 years old, but nobody knows that they're 30 years old unless you're really in the aviation industry. Then they have vacations and dinners and jewelry. Well, all that bragging is coming back in a bad way. The much talked about Chileans dinner bandits breaking into homes while owners were out to dinner. Yeah, they tried to do that to my house. In case you're wondering, I have a whole video about it over on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/KimCommando. Now, the gangs are targeting now social media influencers who post all about their luxury possessions. So like before the fires, many LA-based influencers, they were burglarized and the gangs struck while the stars were out traveling. Or they're just watching social media to figure out when they're not going to be there, which means they're probably watching you too. So be careful what you post up there. And by the way, those Chilean gangs that actually hit my neighborhood, not just me, my entire neighborhood, it was really something. I mean, the Phoenix SWAT team, like jumped the fence and they, I'm like, do you want to get in the house? I gave them codes to get in the house. But because we're all hardwired, they weren't able to turn off the Wi-Fi, which means they couldn't turn off the security system. And then after the whole commotion, I found a backpack in our yard, and it was from one of the gang members. And inside the backpack was a hammer and a screwdriver. They don't carry any guns, by the way. Some trail mix and some Capri Suns, I guess, in case they got thirsty. All right. And finally, this coming in at number 5. If you died, would you want to come back? For roughly $217,000, a German startup says that you can. A company by the name of Tomorrow Bio is going to freeze you as you die so that this way you can come back to life when the tech is there. Oh, happy day. It's called cryopreservation, and the company says they've frozen 6 people and 5 pets. About 700 folks have signed up to be preserved, and here's how it works. As you die, Tomorrow Bio's ambulance picks up your body. Your bodily fluids are then replaced with something called a cryoprotectant. Not sure what that is. Then your body's taken to a facility in Switzerland where it's stored, and then you're frozen at negative 324 degrees. And then the whole idea is that you're going to be rejuvenated when tech can bring you back to life. Now, Tomorrow Bio states that if there's any of your set-aside funds for storage and treatment left over, you can get it back once you're revived. Okay. Talk about breaking the ice. Yeah. All right. Coming up, we have some signs that someone could be spying on your phone. What's going on with the price of streaming? I know. Spoiler alert. It's all going up. How you can use AI to plan your next vacation. Really great stuff. And then a new trick that the scammers are pulling at the pump. And of course, we just have the best callers ever that you don't want to miss. And me, Kim Commando. Okay, imagine getting $500 for yourself and then $500 to give someone who truly deserves it. Maybe it's a teacher, a nurse, a fireman, a neighbor, a stranger who's been through some tough times. Well, that's our Pay It Forward contest. It's happening right now. You can win $500, and then I'm going to give $500 to somebody else. And you can enter to win right now at winfromkim.com. Once again, that's winfromkim.com. All right, let's start with all of your great phone calls. Randy in Eugene, Oregon, you're first. Glad to have you with us.
Hi, Kim. Thank you so much for taking my call.
You betcha. What's going on?
Well, for one thing, I've been trying to think how long I've been listening to you. And if I remember right, I've been listening to before you had your son, Ian.
Ian. Who's going to call their kid
Ian.
Ion? Come on.
Well, I was close.
Well, you know what happened is that when you look at Ian, IAN, is that when I had him, and even today, people drop me a note, I can't believe that you named your kid Lan for local area network. I'm like, would I torture a child like that for the rest of their life? What's your name? Local area network.
So is he around 20
Yep,
now?
he's about 20. Yes.
Yeah, so
It's a long time.
I've been listening to you for a long time too. Well, the reason I called today was about a YouTube question.
Okay.
I have a YouTube video up, and it's got, last I looked at it, 782,000 hits or likes. And a friend of mine said that I could be making money off that. I'm going, whoa, so can you do any insight on that?
Did you send me an email about this?
Yeah, the flying deer.
I saw it.
And another thing, did you hear the dash cam go off?
Yes.
I believe I got that from your store also years ago.
And you don't even give me a plug in the video? Nothing? Why did we even take his call? Why is he even on my air? Why is he? All right. Well, here's the bad news. You can't make any money for any of the views that you've had already.
Oh, okay.
Because when you upload the video is that you have to make sure that you check certain boxes that you want to monetize the video. Monetize, okay. So you're going to have to get in there and futz around in the settings and make sure that you can make money, monetize the video. And so here's the deal, is that it's done on a cost per thousand, what's called a CPM. And so what that means is that for every 1,000 people, or 1,000 views rather, for every 1,000 views, is that you can make anywhere between $1 to $3.
Okay.
So you could have been making that money, and you could have gone to Bora Bora, and you could have had a great time. But you didn't call me sooner, Randy.
Yeah, I know it. I mean, I just looked at it again, 782,000. I'm going, shoot, that could have been a little bit of chunk of change.
Yeah, that could be. So get inside your settings, and let's see if we can make sure that you're going to monetize that. If you need help on the exact steps, I'll be happy to point you in a direction, Randy. I don't know. The video was a little disturbing to me. I mean, I will tell you that. Because did you hit a deer? Is that what happened?
Yeah, the car in front of me hit it first and in turn flipped it in my lane, and then I finished it off. And I'm just glad I wasn't like a second or so faster. It would have came through the windshield of my truck.
Wow. Yeah.
And it did about $7,000 damage to my driving a big rig.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah, that was because it's like, and because it goes so fast, it was like, I don't know if I quite saw that there was a car in front of me. I just saw it. It was like, wow, dang.
It's coming the other direction.
Wow, that was really something. Well, good luck that, good for you that it didn't happen, that it went through your windshield. Ooh. Wow, what a nightmare. So, Randy, if you need any help, I'm here for you. Yeah, let me tell you, making money on YouTube is tough. Let's see. Kendra in Moscow, Idaho.
Hi.
What's going on?
So here's my project. I am trying to connect my nieces and nephews with our great-great-grandma, and I have scanned all of her old recipes into files, but I'm looking for something that could be kind of like a work in progress where I download her recipes, and then there could be like ways for the nieces and nephews to upload like ratings and then put a picture of them making the actual recipe and how their family enjoyed it, and just write something on it, something that could evolve into like a book eventually.
Okay, so tell me one of the greatest recipes from your great-great-grandmother.
Oh, she has like a ton. She used to clip all these newspaper articles, so there's some fun things in there. But one of the things that our family uses, it's called Mint Dazzler, and it's really good. A
Mint Dazzler? What is it?
Yeah. So it has a graham cracker base and then chocolate, kind of like a chocolate pie, silk pie. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that is whipped cream and marshmallows with peppermint on top. Oh. And it's frozen. It's frozen.
That sounds so good. It does.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that. A Mint Dazzler. Mm. Okay. I'm hungry. You didn't have to do this to me, Kendra.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. What a great idea. Seriously. What a fabulous idea to bridge the generations, right? And to keep the memory alive of your great grandmother, and then introduce these recipes to a whole new generation and more who's going to be able to appreciate them, enjoy them, and then share stories over food. Because let's just face it, I mean, so many of our memories are of our families all around food, right? I mean, Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day, Easter, whatever it may be. I'm going to tell you about a couple of apps. Up to you to decide which one that you're really going to dig the most. Okay. One's called Cookmate, and you can actually import recipes from photos. So if you take pictures of some of these recipes, you can do that. Available on iOS and Android. All of these are. And then with the Cookmate, it also has a website. Plan to Eat is another app that allows you to import recipes and also share it. And then finally, there's Cookbook Manager. And then this way, it's like recipe management. And they all pretty much do the same. But by using any of these apps, you can import the scans. You can allow nieces and nephews and family members to add photos when they try the recipes. And I just think that this is just fabulous. So if you need these names again, I'm going to put you on hold, and then Amber can just give you the details on all of that. And thanks for your call. And wow, what a fabulous idea, Kendra. Let me know how it works out for you. I might want to do this myself one day. Seriously. Speaking of key lockers, here are some signs that someone could be spying on your phone. Let's start with your phone's battery. If it's draining faster than usual, maybe your phone is hot to touch, say yes, and your phone could be tapped. Okay. Moving on to number 2. Suddenly your data usage just skyrockets, but you're not using a bunch of apps. You're not streaming a whole bunch of videos. Next up, you start seeing some strange things. Maybe it's pop-up ads, an app that appears that you didn't download. You get some weird text messages that are just full of like different numbers and characters and letters. Coming in at number 4, your phone starts lagging. It's slow, taking longer to open apps, maybe start videos, or even just get your email. And finally, coming in at number 5, websites, they start to look a little different on your phone. Logos are maybe stretched, they're pixelated. Now, if your phone is tapped, what do? Well, you can back up all the important data. I know it's a total hassle, and do a complete factory reset. All right, still to come, how you can use AI to plan your next vacation. Oh, and scammers, they have a new trick at the pump you need to know about here on the Kim Komando Show. If you own a home, listen up. This is scary. The FBI is warning about a crime on the rise, home title theft. And it doesn't happen the way you might think. No break-ins, no stolen keys, just a forged signature on a single piece of paper filed with the county. In minutes, criminals can transfer the title out of your name, then use your ownership to drain your equity or even sell your home. The worst part, most people don't know what's happening until they get collection or foreclosure notices in the mail. That's why I trust Home Title Lock. When you visit HometitleLock.com/Kim, you'll get a free title history report and a 14-day free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection, including 24/7 monitoring of your home's title, urgent alerts to changes, and if fraud does happen. Their U.S.-based restoration team will work to restore your title, covering costs up to $1 million. Don't wait. Protect your home and equity today. Get your free 14-day trial at HometitleLock.com/Kim. That's HometitleLock.com/Kim.
Big news. Sephora is now on Uber Eats. So if you find yourself facing a beauty emergency, like needing a last-minute gift, or you're just out of your favorite mascara, again, don't panic. We got you. Order now and get $10 off on Sephora orders of $50 or more on the Uber Eats app. Order now. Offer ends October 30th. One order per customer. Additional terms apply. See app for availability. Delivery fees may apply.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least, that was the plan. Except now, the Dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
Hey, when you signed up for a streaming service, you probably just went with the offer that popped up because it was cheap, right? Well, not anymore. Netflix, I don't know if you know this, they just upped the premium plan, $25 a month. Wow. Disney Plus without any ads, $16 a month. Hulu, $19 a month. So if you haven't looked at the price of your streaming services lately, you really need to do that. On your iPhone, under your Apple ID, you have a subscriptions button. On Android, just head over to the Play Store. That's where you can tap your profile pic and hit payments and subscriptions. Now, we have a sponsor of our podcast, not here on the show, but on the podcast, an app by the name of Rocket Money. What I like about Rocket Money is that it goes in, it looks at all your credit cards, your bank statements, and things like that, to say, okay, these are your streaming services. Are you really watching Stars anymore? Which, by the way, I'm not, because I had just canceled it because I had Rocket Money go through. All totaled, Rocket Money, I'm almost embarrassed to tell you guys and gals this, but all totaled, Rocket Money saved me over $400. Yes, by going through not just streaming subscriptions, but everything else that I had subscribed to along the way, along with my husband. So in case you want to look at Rocket Money, you can find it in the App Store. Let's see. Coming up, we have AI to plan your next vacation, how you can make that happen. Also, a new scamming trick at the pump. And let's see. How about we go back to all of your great phone calls with Scott in Wilmington, North Carolina. Hi there, Scott.
Hello, Kim. How you been?
I'm great. What's going on?
Well, a couple weeks ago, you did a segment on cars and privacy. And so I was wondering, like, at what point am I going to have to start really doing research to find vehicles that don't really do this, or can the computers be disabled?
So what bothers you the most about the data tracking that happens in your car?
Well, just, where I drive, how much I drive, how fast I'm going, how fast I'm not going. It just, in general, I'm kind of a privacy nut.
Yeah, it's so hard to have privacy today, isn't it?
Yes.
It is 100%. You know, what's interesting about your call is, I don't know if you read in one of the newsletters, I actually put it in there because I thought it was so super interesting, is that a Dodge Ram truck from 2008, is one of the hottest sellers right now. And they're still making it, the 2008 model. This is not a model that's from 2024. This is the 2008 model, the Dodge Ram truck, specifically because a lot of people don't like this tracking. And it's $34,000. And, and people are like, I want this truck, even though it's from 2008. I want that truck. I don't know if you remember the OnStar commercials in the early 2000s. Remember those?
Yeah.
That was kind of the start of a lot of the tech coming into the cars, because it had the location data, driving habits, vehicle diagnostics, and stuff like that. And then when we start hitting like 2010, then it really, really ramps up. And then we get into truly connected cars as we have now that are basically just floating computers on wheels. So if there was a car that you were looking for, I'd probably look at something in the 2000s. But
right now I drive a 2005 car and my wife has a 2002 car. So I think we're relatively safe.
You're relatively safe. But, there's a website called privacyforcars.com. Again, that's privacy for cars. And that's privacy, the number 4, by the way, cars.com. And what's really neat about this website is that you can type in your year, make, and model, and then it tells you what tracking is being done with that car. Whether it's, driver assistance programs, Wi-Fi, driving patterns, multimedia usage, whatever it may be. And again, that website is privacyforcars.com. As a matter of fact, I wrote a whole piece for the Daily Mail about this, because I write for USA Today, Fox News, and New York Post, and all these other places, and the Daily Mail. But if you hang on the line, Scott, Amber's going to give you a link to the column that I wrote. It's down there where it says privacyforcars.com, Amber. And it's a column that I wrote all about how your cars are truly connected computers. And here's what the data is that's being collected. And then I talk about this Privacy for Cars website, that basically the way that they make money is that they do a factory reset on used cars, so that if you buy a used car, you don't get everybody else's data. And in doing this, they put up this kind of like I guess you say, little tool where you can, again, put in your make, model, and year of your car, and then you can see exactly what it's tracking about you. So, Scott, thank you for your call, and hang on so we can send you out that link. All right. I don't know if you've tried this yet, but it's actually fun to do, is to use a chatbot as a travel agent. And so stick with the big ones like ChatGPT, Gemini. You can also use Copilot or Perplexity. If you do use Gemini, that's Google's chatbot, of course, and then it's integrated into Google Flights and Google Hotels. So you start with your likes and what you really want to do. And you see, your AI travel buddy can do so much more than just suggest like tourist destinations. It can help you create an itinerary. So, for example, find me the best food tours in Paris. What are some scenic hiking trails 30 miles west of Denver or whatever? What are some must-see art galleries in New York City? Now, if you're not sure where to go, you can just throw it out there. So just family-friendly vacation spot with amusement parks and beaches, or where can I find a budget-friendly beach vacation in March? You get the drill. So whatever chatbot that you're using, try it. It really is a lot of fun. All right, still to come, we do have some more phone calls, as well as the new scam that's happening at the gas pumps here on the Kim Komando Show. Alrighty then, Joan in Indianapolis. Happy to have you with us. Hi there, Joan.
Hi, Kim. How are you today?
I'm great. What's going on?
Well, I first of all want to thank you for taking my call and to thank you for sharing your wisdom.
You're sweet. Thank you.
Greatly appreciate it. So here's my question. I'm a landlord, and I'm looking for an easy way to check criminal backgrounds, and financial status of my applicants. And I wondered if you had something that you would recommend.
Well, how are you doing this now?
Right now, I have them fill out an application, and I take it to the local sheriff's department. And they give me that information, but it's just for our local county. Mm-hmm. So I didn't know, if they move out of the county, who knows what's going on. Yeah. And then the other thing is that I can accept a Zillow application, but because I do advertise on Zillow, mm-hmm. But in order to read the results, I have to provide them my Social Security number, my information. And I didn't know if that was safe or not. So I'm just wondering what you think about that.
It's always that question. Well, let's talk about some ways that you can just do a background check, and then we'll talk about the whole Zillow.
Okay.
So what you can do is that the big credit companies like Experian, they have something called Connect, and this way you can purchase and view credit reports. And obviously, you're going to need their permission to do this, and in the application.
Right, of course.
TransUnion has a similar thing called Smart Move.
Okay.
And Zillow, as you know, with the rental manager, is that they have a tenant screening tool as well. And the whole reason to get your Social Security number is to make sure that there's not going to be a bot, or maybe it's going to be tied to something with some IRS reporting. So there's reason to do that. And it's always cautious. You're like, oh, my Social Security number, I better not give this out. If it's a legitimate company and you're on a legitimate site and you see that lock in the browser URL and you just didn't click a link out of nowhere that just popped in your mailbox, then I know it feels icky, but it's probably going to be okay.
Okay.
It's, because I experienced this myself. I wanted to renew my global entry card. And of course, they ask for everything when you're doing that. Mm-hmm. It's like,
right.
Yes. Here's a piece of my hair. Here's some DNA, my mother's maiden name, and it's like, and we all sit there and cringe. But if you feel confident that you are in the right place, then I think it would probably be okay. So those are the places where you would get the background check. Now, criminal history, that's probably something else. Like you said, you take it down to the sheriff's office, but you can do a nationwide background check on several websites. There's employment verifications. But I think, taking a look at this Experian Connect and the TransUnion Smart Move, as well as, don't forget about your gut. A lot of people forget about that. It's like, does it feel right? Does everything check, all the boxes? And is this person from the military? They're moving in, but and then all of a sudden it just starts feeling pretty scammy, because that's the whole shtick that they're all trying to use right now, pretending to be from the military and they have to move and they need 3 months free or whatever, the whole thing is. Have you experienced any of those type of scams?
No, I haven't.
That's good.
No, I've been pretty lucky, but I just want to make sure that I'm not putting myself out there.
Yeah, and that's always a concern. It is, because we always want to hold that Social Security number close to our vest. And in reality, we probably as a nation need to come up with some other type of ID other than a Social Security number, because let's just face it, they're all just for sale right now. Mine too, yours too, Joan, right there on the dark web. And they're really not selling for very much. And that's why it's super important that we always keep track of our credit. We freeze our credit. And we go ahead and put alerts on our bank accounts if there's unauthorized access, or if somebody tries to make a charge on a credit card over $50 and the credit card isn't on the premise. And you start paying attention to all these different alerts. And I know it's a major hassle. It is. It's just a pain in the butt, because I get them too. But we do need to just make sure that our whole identity does stay safe. Joan, thank you so much for your call today. See, Dean is not too far from you in Peoria, Illinois. Hi there, Dean.
Hi, Kim. It's good to hear from you.
Well, thanks for your call. What's going on?
Oh, well, I am kind of a maintenance groundskeeper person kind of thing here on a farm. Mm-hmm. And I'm out operating noisy equipment a lot inside and outside of the shop where I work. And I have trouble getting notifications on my phone, hearing them and feeling them. I got a holster on my belt that I keep the phone on because I can't keep it in in a shirt pocket or anything because it falls out when I'm working.
Yeah, that's annoying.
I've done a little looking on the internet. I haven't done much lately, but I found a product called Ditto, and it's like a little key fob looking thing that vibrates when you get a phone call or some kind of a notification. And I haven't really had much of a chance to see anything else, so I just thought I'd see if I could talk to you and see if you had any recommendations.
Well, Ditto, and then there's another company by name of Serene Innovations. And this is going to sound a little strange, but what you're really looking for is an attachment, a device, a gadget that would primarily be used by the hearing impaired.
Oh, okay.
So that this way, when that person gets a phone call, that they can feel the vibration, because obviously they cannot hear the ringtone.
Right.
So there are a couple of ways that, for example, this may not work because, as you mentioned, it's in the holster, but you could set an LED flash alert. So every time your phone would ring, it would the phone's flash would illuminate for you.
Yeah, I think I've read something about that too, yeah.
So you can try that. Now, you can also set up stronger vibrations. So when it's in the holster.
I've been playing with the settings, and I've got it at max.
Okay, all right. So that's not going to work. Okay.
And what I've been doing to be able to get phone calls is we have limited access to the internet when I'm out in the field. Mm-hmm. So I got a pair of earbuds that I put in, and then I have headphones, earmuffs with the radio, so I can listen to the radio while I'm out working. But if I use the earbuds without the headphones, they won't stay in my ears.
Oh, Jabra, Jabra.
Yep.
They make some earbuds that vibrate when you get a phone call.
Okay.
So that may be an option.
What I've got Jabras, and I've got the hear through, mm-hmm. where you can set it so you can hear outside noise through them.
Sure.
But it's like I've had the over the ear, and I've had the in the ear earbuds, and they just won't stay in my ears.
Oh. Okay, well then that's not going to work. Okay. Okay.
I got a weird head, I guess.
Oh my gosh, you got a lot of weird things going on, Dean. Just saying.
You have no idea.
You have no idea. I think probably that Ditto or the Serene Innovations. Take a look at that company, Serene Innovations.
Serene Innovations.
Yeah, they have something called a wearable alert. And it's a little gadget that you can clip to your shirt. And so when you clip it to your shirt, it'll vibrate to let you know that you have a phone call. But you know what? It's good that you're wearing earbuds and headphones because I want to protect your ears along the way too, Dean. And thanks for your call today. You know, I just love taking your phone calls, and I not only answer them here on the show, but I answer all your questions inside my free newsletter too, that right now it's close to 650,000 people every single day, or they get The Current. That's the name of my free newsletter. And if you haven't tried my free newsletter, I'm just telling you, you are really missing out. You will love it. Just try it once or twice. If you don't like it, you can unsubscribe at any time. But to try it, just head over to getthecurrent.com. Once again, that's getthecurrent.com. Getthecurrent.com. All right, the next time you go to the gas pump, you really need to have on your thinking cap because the scammers are getting really tricky. So stay with me. I'm going to tell you all about it here on the Kim Komando Show. Hey, what if you could cut your cloud bill in half? If you act by May 31st, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure can help you do just that. Offer only for new U.S. customers with a minimum financial commitment. See if you qualify for a half off at oracle.com/Kim. That's oracle.com/Kim. The automated gas pump is so much better than the old days when you'd actually have to go in to pay, right? But because this is the digital age, we can't have nice things for too long. It's the credit card skimming problem. It costs financial institutions, they say, more than $1 billion each year. So how do you stay safe at the gas pump? Okay, because what they do is they steal your credit card, your debit card information with just a swipe. The best way for you to buy gas is to use your phone's wallet app. On your iPhone, of course, that's Apple Pay. On Android, it's Google Wallet. All you have to do is just tap your phone on the reader to pay for gas. It's so much easier than taking out a credit card, which, by the way, it's also safer for you just to tap your credit card than to actually put your credit card in. Hey, don't forget to enter to win those glasses. It's your last chance at winfromkim.com.